at the budget, a lot of goodies this time. A lot. Really a lot. As we sat in the parliament, we're looking at each other. Who else is not going to get money? It's not who is going to get money. It's who else is not going to get money. Almost everyone got money. Every student in school will get 100 ringgit. Primary school, secondary school. Every student in university, private and public university, 200 ringgit book voucher. No, so everyone got something, big or small. And it is a budget that you can say through the Barisan National Government threw everything in to ensure that they will win in the next general election. Now when you compare it with the Pakatan Rakyat budget, yes, Pakatan Rakyat also came out with an alternative budget. In this alternative budget, are we giving cash to the people as well? Yes, we are. We can't say we are not, we are. We give welfare benefits to the people as well. Old folks 60 years and above, we are giving 1,000 ringgit cash. Students who are, the housewives at home, we believe in contributions that you give to society. It actually is work raising kids in the house. We also will give 1,000 ringgit for every housewife in the country. So both sides give money. What's the difference? The biggest difference, one of the two key differences between the Pakatan goodies and the Barisan National goodies is very simple. Barisan National goodies, every 5 years you get one. You pay taxes every year, but only the year when the election is about to happen, you get cash goodies from Barisan National Government. The Pakatan budget is different. Every year we consistently institutionalize the provision of welfare to ordinary Malaysians and those who need it. In Penang, after we became state government, not very long, in 2008, 2009, straight away we implement institutionalized allocations for all Chinese schools, Tamil schools, missionary schools, and religious schools. We didn't give money to these schools only when elections are around the corner. We started it from the start. Every single year we gave to them. 2 years ago, in Penang, we started giving welfare benefits to the old folks. Not much, 100 ringgit only. But never in the history of Malaysia, a state government grants direct cash to its citizens. We call it corruption dividends. Dividend rasuah. Why do we call it corruption dividends? Whatever we save from corruption, whatever extra money the government has, we return it to the people, especially the people who live. So we have been giving it every single year. Not only when election comes. And there lies a key difference. We don't use money to beg for votes. We use money to help make the people's living better. Every year, year in, year out. What else is the difference? What else is the difference? The difference is Pakatan's budget, Barisan National budget is like what I call a sugar-coated placebo. What is a placebo? You know, if you go for clinical trials, those who are doctors, you know. Clinical trials, they'll give a testing medicine to patient A. They'll give a fake medicine, nothing inside one, to patient B. And then they test, compare what's the difference, whether the result is the same, and then they measure. So I call it sugar-coated placebo. Why? It's the empty medicine, but outside very sweet. So you take already, you feel shock for 5 minutes. After you feel shock for 5 minutes, then nothing happens. Why do we need medication for this country? We need medication for this country is because everyone knows Malaysia's economy is not heading in the right direction. All the other speakers earlier have mentioned, other countries have caught up with us. Our Minister of International Trade Industry gloating that we are achieving record levels of foreign investment this year. $9 billion. Yes, it is a record level. But do you compare with your neighbor? Indonesia, Last time, the Paria of Southeast Asia. This year, they will receive 15 billion US dollars in foreign investment. 60-70% more than us. Why don't we compare with them? Why don't we compare Singapore, tiny island down south? They get 35 billion US dollars of foreign investment. Compared to Malaysia, large country, 9 billion ringgit. So there is a lot of problems in our economy. We need medication for the for our country, for our economy. We do not need a sugar-coated placebo. What will happen if you take this placebo is you think you have cured your ill. You got cancer. The country got cancer. The doctor give you Panadol or painkiller. You feel no more pain. Very good. I thought I cured already. But the longer you delay your medication, your chemotherapy, the worse your disease becomes. And by the time you reach stage 4, you want to cure, too late already. You will cost a lot more money to cure your disease. And that is how the Barisan National Budget is. A lot of goodies for the rakyat, but no policies within the budget to achieve the goal of making Malaysia competitive again. Tada! Inside don't have. They give a lot of goodies. Taxi drivers got goodies. You know, the students got goodies. The low-income folks got goodies. But then in the longer term, there's no policies in there to achieve three things. Three very important things. Ensure that the cost of living in Malaysia remains and will continue to be low. It is one of the biggest problems facing Malaysians today. Prices are increasing every single day. Your meat has increased. Your vegetables have increased, your eggs have increased, your rice have increased, everything, semua harga, semua barang sudah naik. We have to find ways to keep prices low. That's number one. Number two, we have to increase our income. Everyone knows our Malaysians, our income has reached a certain level, we call it the middle income trap. Sudah tak boleh naik lagi. Cannot go up anymore. Why? Because the demand is not there. Foreigners are not investing in Malaysia anymore. Our own Malaysian companies are going overseas to invest and not reinvesting in Malaysia. So our income cannot go up. We cannot be making more money. The prices are increasing. The people are suffering. That's what we need to do. Pakatan Rakyat in its budget have come out very clearly. We have policies put in place to ensure low prices. How do we ensure low prices? Not the way Barisan Nasional does it. It's not about subsidies. Ensure low prices by ensuring competition. The people of PJ know what competition is about. When Malaysian Airlines was a monopoly, the prices were very high. You want to travel return ticket to Sabah in 1995, it cost 1,000 ringgit. For those who still remember, 1,000 ringgit return ticket to Kota Kinabalu from KL. Today, because of 10 years of competition from AirAsia, you can get return flights to Kota Kinabalu for less than 500 ringgit, less than 50% of what it was before. This is despite the fact that oil prices have increased more than 5 times since 1999. That time oil price is only $20 per barrel. Today it's about $100 per barrel. And yet air ticket prices have plunged by more than 50%. And this is the effectiveness of competition. So what is happening now? We want the government to protect and promote competition. This is the only and best way to maintain low prices. So when Mars and AirAsia started exchanging shares 2 months ago, habislah. No more competition anymore. Mars and AirAsia are now kawinnya loh. Husband, wife, law. You don't compete with me so much, keep your prices high, you make more money. I'll keep my prices high, you also make more money. Everyone make money, Mars and AirAsia shareholders, semua very happy. But who suffers? The rakyat suffers. The rakyat suffers because they will not be able to enjoy the cheapest available fare anymore. And it is that's why Pakatan Rakyat has called for the policy for Malaysian Airlines to sell off Firefly so that Firefly can continue to compete with AirAsia to provide low fares for all Malaysians throughout the country. So competition is a must. We want to destroy monopolies. We talk about increasing prices of rice. Why is rice in Malaysia controlled only by one company? One company only. Beras. You go to shopping center, no. I see a lot of brands who are got this what is it? The Thai King lah, got Jasmine lah, got Rambutan brand lah. So many brands of rice, got a lot of competition. But look carefully. All their packaging says one thing: the import oleh padi beras Malaysia. Beras Malaysia. Only one country controls the sale and distribution of locally produced rice and foreign imported rice in the entire country. Why is rice a controlled item such that only one company that is listed on the stock exchange can control it? We believe that if we open it to competition, rakyat will enjoy cheaper rice, and this costs the government absolutely nothing because we don't have to continue and subsidize rice. So it's about competition, it's not about subsidies. What else? We talk about government that is always giving out concessions. Concessions are monopolies. Why are they giving out concessions for independent power producers to sell electricity to Tenaga Nasional without competition? Why are we giving out highways to concessionaires without competition to ensure lowest toll for the rakyat? Don't have. Don't have. I asked for privatization projects in Malaysia at the moment. There is no requirement for open tender. There is no requirement for competition. In Pakatan Rakyat Budget, we state it very clear. Two things will happen. We will buy back all the toll highways that are charging unfair, very high toll that make the rakyat suffer for decades. We will buy it back. If you don't lower your price, we will take it back because there are clauses within the agreement that allows the government to buy back the concession. Number one, all future concessions will be tendered openly. We saw how open tenders have worked wonders in Penang. Because of open tenders, there is surplus in the government every year. Even in Selangor, we have surplus, as what Dr. Teng has mentioned just now. The surplus for the Selangor state government has increased from 600 million to 1.2 million. Why? Because of cleaner, more competitive, open administration through open tenders. No corruption, no because, my friend, I give you some contract, then after that you take care of me afterwards. Tada! And I think that is the key difference between Pakatan Rakyat Budget and Barisan Nasional Budget. When I looked at last year's budget, Najib's last year's budget, before I did this year's budget, I thought I would look at last year's budget, see what he promised last year, whether he delivered this year or not. So I saw one of the first few projects that he announced, 6 new highways in Malaysia, including Damansara, Fundraising, Damansara, Gapri, new highways, 6 new big projects, high impact projects. So I asked in Parliament yesterday, my question was answered. What is the status of these projects? 6 new highways. Are they starting? Who do you give it to? How much will the toll rate be? This is my responsibility. I must ask for the people. The answer came back. Oh, the projects are still in being considered. Some have only received in principle approval, not yet started, which means the projects that were promised by Najib last year were empty promises. They say they will be implemented this year, but up to October today, nothing has happened. And yet, Najib this year has the cheek in the budget speech to promise 5 more highway projects. This is like a wish list lah. You know, they promise already, hope everyone happy, then next year do or not, that one later then count. So this is not the type of budget that we want. This type of budget has no credibility. What we want is a real budget that will create changes for our economy, that will make things happen for us, that will bring Malaysia to a higher level in terms of income.